Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Rob and this is a box with a camera in it, hopefully. It's a D850 Nikon. This is, I've chatted about this on a couple of videos. So I'm going to do an unboxing because why not? The world always needs more unboxings. So there we go, we've got all the warranties and cards and bits and pieces on the top. We've got a great big whopping manual, the same as all the other manuals. Really good to keep hold of that in your bag because I found although people say, oh, you can get on the internet, if you're without internet access and there's something kind of like you're not quite sure about your camera, it was some little feature. I did get caught out once when I put something into a lock mode, couldn't fathom it out, and it took till I got hold of my manual because I had no Wi-Fi access or anything like that to figure out what was in there. So there we go, let's have a look inside the box. It's exactly the same packaging as the D800 when it turned up, camera on one side, accessories on the other. Let's go through the accessories. So plug, USB cable, no. Now this was something I was hoping that it was going to be a little bit different than this because I don't like this USB 3 micro cable because that, when you plug that in the side of the camera, because I do a reasonable amount of my photography in the studio, and I plug this into the side of the camera. Hopefully there's a little clip on there that came with the last one. But with that, if anything kind of tugs down on that tiny little weedy thing there, it's yeah, I was always worried about breaking it and ripping it off, and I kind of took the cable over the top of the camera. Anyway, I'm digressing, but that's a bit of a bummer for me. I was hoping there was going to be something a little bit better with that USB. There we go. Right, what else we got in here? Some sort of cable management thing. Oh, has this worked? Ah, okay. That's... okay. So is that what clips into the side of the camera? Okay, we'll come back to that. I'm going to have a look at that in a second. That might just alleviate the thing I was just moaning about. So hopefully I've sorted that out. Standard battery charger, no different than the D800. I'm comparing this to the D800 because that's what I've got. And oh, a nice strap with a D850 there, just to show off that's the camera you got when you're walking around. This battery, same as on the D800 and the D810, although this is the 15A, I think, which I think it's got slightly better rating on it, but it still fits the same as the others. There's no sort of difference in that. And then here we go, the ground bit itself, nicely bubble wrapped there, and that's all that's in the box. The box is exactly packaged the same as the 800 and the 810. Right, let's get this beastie out. Lovely. And there it is. So oh yeah, that definitely feels very different to my 800. It feels lighter, but that grip, that's, if you've got small hands, and my hands aren't big, but they're not really small, but I'm sort of, I can't sort of get my fingers to kind of fit around there, so I don't know, I mean that's not a bad thing, but there we go. Anyway, so what I'll do, hang on a second, I will pause the video and I will get my D800 and we can put them sort of side by side and compare the two side by side just for a second, and we're back. Right, okay, so yeah, I was talking about this here is a lot shallower on there than this one, but I don't know, it's ergonomics, who cares really? It's not really a big deal breaker or an issue, but if I just kind of put those, how to say, they are exactly the same width, pretty much the same depth, and almost identical height. I just eye that up. Maybe the 850 is just a couple of millimeters higher, I don't know, but you'll probably see that from the technical specs anyway if you look between the two. But yeah, this looks really nice. Okay, so I was interested in the fact they've added on Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. These little, let's get a bit closer. So you got the mic there, headphone. Do you pull? Oh, you just pull that further back there for the headphones. I've never used headphones on this. And there we go. That's that there, which I didn't like on the 800 at all. and there's a HDMI input. Now, I think, is that a cable management for that? It is. Okay. So that gets screwed into there. Is that right? Yep. Okay. So it's a little bit of a faff to put it in, but that's going to hold that in there a lot better and less likely to get yanked out. So let's plug that in. There we go. And then I suppose you wrap the cable through that there, and that just stops that getting pulled out. So that's quite good. So I'd probably, yeah, a little bit of a fiddle to do that, and I suppose when you put this, you know, when you set it up in the studio, I kind of set this up and then it's usually on the tripod or whatever for a couple of hours anyway, and I don't tend to move it, so that's not an issue. So that's really good. That's better. The last one was just a clip that you kind of put on this cable, and it was nowhere near as good, and I didn't bother with it in the end. What I used to do because I put the trigger on the top here, I used to just bend the cable up and wrap it around the trigger once and then back down again, which seemed to work fine. So there we go. Awesome. Right. Okay. So that was the unboxing. That's you know, there we go. That's all that's in there. Now this is probably going to tell me that I should be charging this up for 8 hours, but in your giddiness of getting one of these straight out, you want to make sure that it turns on. There we go. And the battery is low. It's not charged up on this at all. So I'm going to charge this up now, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little play with it, and then I'm just going to go do some setting up and then do a bit of a comparison video to the 800. So if you're thinking of upgrading from an 800 to an 850, I know there's lots of people probably comparing it to an 810, but you know, I stuck out with the 800 for a little bit longer. So I'm going to do a comparison video between these two cameras. So if you want to watch that, then subscribe to the channel. And if you've got any questions that you want to know about this in comparison to the 800, if you've got an 800, then just pop it in the comments below and I'll happily either answer it on the comments or put it in the video. So thanks for watching. My name is Rob, and hopefully see you in the next one. Cheers, thanks for watching, bye.